Story on the broadcast is Minister of State in the Prime Minister's office, Minister for Department for Personnel and Training, Dr. Jitendra Singh, who says 1 lakh government jobs. These vacancies will be filled in the year 2020-2021. Speaking exclusively to India Today, the minister said UPSC exams this year have not been cancelled. They've been deferred. New dates will be announced after the 3rd of May, depending on the latest situation on the 3rd of May. That's point one. Point two, there was a lot of apprehension that pensions may be cut. A lot of rumors doing the rounds that pensions will be cut and senior citizens above the age of 80 will not get pension. Those were the rumors. He's dispelled those rumors. I spoke to Dr. Jitendra Singh moments ago. Let's listen in. Employment is a big issue as India combats the novel coronavirus. Apart from employment generation, there's also the issue of exam systems being thrown out of gear. With me is Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh, Minister for Department of Personnel and Training. Minister, welcome on India Today. Have UPSC exams been cancelled this year?
No, I'm glad you asked this, Gaurav. And to answer this in a single sentence, I would say no. There is no such move nor contemplation anywhere of the UPSC exams being cancelled. Somehow this kind of a misgiving has appeared and this has bothered a lot of young aspirants, obviously so, but I would, through you, like to clarify that we would maybe reschedule the dates, which would be in a position to do only after the 3rd of May. In fact, the UPSC has already sent out a notification in this regard. The exams related to civil services, which includes IAS, etc., which was to have its final exams, which includes the personality test, including the interview, etc., which had to be deferred because of the COVID pandemic. And the preliminary dates, which had to be notified one of these days, would be taken a call soon after 3rd of May.
Okay. So whether it's the UPSC exams, let's say for the civil services or UPSC exams for the armed forces or engineering services, all of that, when is that one likely to happen, and two, will there be sufficient time for candidates to be able to take multiple examinations?
No, absolutely. As I said, we would be able to take a call only when the lockdown eases out, for obvious reasons. And then, as you rightly pointed out, this gives me an opportunity also to clear the apprehension in the mind of a number of young aspirants across the country who have been sending us messages from north, south, east, west. We would give them sufficient time because we also understand, we are sensitive to the fact that many of them might have to travel long distance to appear in the exam at the center notified by them. So let them be rest assured, we would give them time to prepare themselves, to reorient for the exam and also to reach the exam center.
Okay. Sir, as we talk about employment generation, government is a huge employer, and at a time when the industry is seeing a downturn, what are the government's plans to ensure that there is food on every table and people are gainfully employed?
Yes, the other part of the job engagement that the DOPT and the Ministry of Personnel deals with the Staff Selection Commission, which is popularly known as SSC. And you would be amazed when I tell you that we were also in the process of going ahead with the filling of the vacancies through SSC, which would have been almost about 1 lakh or so over a year, because the selection process goes on in stages. We have the combined graduate level test, we have the combined higher secondary level test, which also fills the posts down to the bottom of the bottom hierarchy of the administration. But that too, because of this, had to be deferred. Some of the exams had to be left midway. But I'm sure we would be able to pick up the thread soon after the lockdown is over, and we would be able to meet the timeline so that we are able to fill up those 1 lakh odd vacancies within a period of 1 year.
So 1 lakh vacancies in government likely to be filled in the next 1 year, and no cancellation of UPSC, postponement, and we will only know after 3rd of May when the exams will be held. Am I clear, sir?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that should send out a reassuring message to the aspirants as well.
Sir, while you've sent out a reassuring message, as you say, to the aspirants on UPSC exams, senior citizens are also apprehensive, and I interact with a lot of pensioners, government pensioners, including armed forces pensioners, and there is an apprehension in the air that maybe pensions would be curtailed or cut. Can you clarify that, sir?
Yeah, Gaurav, to tell you honestly, I personally felt very hurt very much hurt when I saw this appearing in a section of media also, and which had actually generated a lot of apprehension in the mind of senior citizens. They also went to the extent of reporting that we would stop the pension for plus 80 pensioners. Plus 80 age group. Now, how can anybody imagine that the Modi government can be that insensitive towards its senior citizens? So, absolutely, there's no move to that. At no point and no stage was any such move contemplated. The government has not decided upon any cut as far as the pension is concerned. On the contrary, even this month, we made sure that the pensioners got their monthly emoluments well in time deposited in their accounts. And we have also engage the services of the postal department, that wherever the citizens, the elder citizens are not able to reach out to the concerned branch because of the lockdown, etc., they might be provided the pension amount at their doorstep through the help of the assistance of the postal department. So we are in fact walking one step extra.
Okay. Sir, so far, the focus was Jaan hai, Jahan hai. That's why total lockdown, stay at home, ensure that you flatten the curve. Now it is being said Jaan bhi or Jahan bhi. What is the roadmap of Jaan bhi or Jahan bhi?
No, honestly speaking, I may not be able to define it very categorically, but I am sure, let everybody of us be rest assured, me both as a citizen as well as a medical professional also, that whatever the government decides eventually under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi will be in the larger interest of all of us, because we have to make sure that the show also goes on and at the same time all of us are also safe and secure.
But as a doctor, and this I'm asking you as a doctor, in your appreciation, to flatten the curve or to stamp out the curve now, a lockdown is required for a longer period?
I think one of the mantras in clinical medicine is that if you are not very sure about which option to go in for, it is always better to err on the positive side. So considering that, maybe we would sometimes contemplate on those lines to, phase it out in parts.
And saving lives is most important.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. So the Minister of State in the Prime Minister's office, the Minister for Department of Personnel and Training, telling India today, 1, UPSC exams have not been cancelled. They may have been deferred for some time. New dates after the 3rd, and no cut or no stopping of pensions of pensioners of Government of India. With cameraman Ravikant in Delhi, Gaurav Sawant for India Today. So at least pensioners will be relieved. Pensions are not being cut, curtailed or slashed. UPSC aspirants will be relieved that there will be fresh dates after the 3rd of May.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.